What's up with Whatty? What's up with Whatty? What's up with Whatty? Hey everybody, I'm back. Look at my hat. Isn't it cute? I don't know how it's supposed to really go. It's sparkly. It's my Santa hat. I love it. I love it. How are y'all doing today? Oh, also I wanted to show you guys my little Christmas shirt. It says love, Christmas at the bottom, and it has a Grinch. And the Grinch is holding the heart. Isn't that cute? And my name's Love, so I love it. And I've got tinsel. Is this tinsel? Is that what they call this? Tinsel hanging up around me? I'm trying to really get into our holiday feels on the podcast this week. My little hat. I love it because it's got sequins on it and it's all glittery. And yeah, so we're having a holiday-filled podcast event. Let's just get right into it with the Whatty update. Let's go. Okay, for the Whatty update, I want to start off with a little bit of Christmas music. Maybe I can speak to you guys while we listen to a little royalty-free Christmas music. Let's see. This one is so beautiful. I love this. It's by Calmed by Nature. It sounds like there's people in the background laughing, like it's like a Christmas party. Let's fast forward and see if we can get something more festive. Oh, this is not festive. Festive? Oh man, are all of them calm? Maybe this is too calm for us on the podcast. Let's see if it plays something nice. Cozy night with beautiful Christmas fireplace, crackling fire sounds, and Christmas ambiance. Does it not have any Christmas music? Okay, that was a fail. Christmas music fail. I'll try to get better at that next time. Let's just get into the Whatty update. Okay, so this past week we experienced Thanksgiving. Everyone in the whole country. I don't know, maybe I guess the whole world. I don't know who celebrates Thanksgiving besides, you know, Americans. But we had a good time. We ate some good food and we enjoyed ourselves. Every year, what I do is I watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This year was actually sort of special to me because I didn't realize it, but Braxton has never sat down and watched it, and he didn't really even know where it was filmed at or anything, and he didn't know it was like a real parade you can go to. Well, I told him, I was like, yes, it's in New York City. It's in front of the Macy's Day store. They broadcast, you know, all these different plays. It's not a play. What do they call it? Broadway. I think that's what they call it. Broadway. Where they act and they like Hamlet, you know, all the different little Broadway shows. And so I told him, I was like, all these little shows that they are promoting in the Macy's Day Parade, you can go watch at Broadway then, like during this time of the season. And so it's kind of like a little promotional thing. And then you get to see all the balloons and everything. And so now Braxton wants to go there one year for Thanksgiving, which would be so much fun. I would love that. But it was his first time really sitting down and watching it. He didn't watch the whole entire thing, but he watched most of it. And that was awesome. Before it started, they did like a drone footage of the parade route. And I loved it. It was really like the most awesome video of drones going down the streets of New York City, where the parade route is, before the parade started, and you can kind of just see like the whole area, and it's really, really cool. And I filmed it, so I'm going to put it up here right now for y'all to watch.
Just don't think about the fact that since we're in New York, that bird is presumably an unsanitary pigeon. And between the start of the march at 77th Street and landing at Macy's and Herald Square, there are so many great New York landmarks along the way. There's Columbus Circle. Why be stuck in traffic when you could be stuck in traffic in a circle? Central Park, best known for Home Alone 2. Ooh, Radio City Music Hall and Rockefeller Plaza, aka the Christmas Vortex of New York. There's the marquee for The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I don't want to get into a marquee measuring contest, but I will say for our musical Gutenberg, ours has our names and our pictures on it, so...
And enough said.
There's Bryant Park, where you can go ice skating. Or if you're me, watch people go ice skating.
And all of that marching lands us right on 34th Street at the end of the route in front of the Macy's flagship store. I'm tired just watching the drone do it.
Yeah, so that was super, super cool. I actually really, really loved it. And Braxton saw that part and he was like, this is so cool. Like, they're showing us the whole city. We went to Braxton's family's, well, his dad's house, but we were with his whole family. It was actually cold this Thanksgiving. Last Thanksgiving was not really cold at all. This Thanksgiving was cold. We're in southern Alabama, right here at the beach. So some years it's warm, some years it's cold. We had our first freeze this week, and we covered all our plants and everything. Thank goodness our plants are fine. It was like 3 days of a freeze. And then, I mean, it was super cold for 3 days, and then today, hot, like 80 degrees, raining. So the weather just changes like nobody's business right here at the beach in Alabama. But on Thanksgiving, we went over there, we had fun. His dad usually makes gumbo, and it's always delicious. Sometimes I get stuck on shrimp duty where you have to devein and clean the shrimp. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just don't want to be on shrimp duty this year because my back hurts after I do it and I have to peel all these shrimp. Well, I get there and they had already done it and they were already starting the gumbo. And I was like, okay, good. I'm out of it. Like, I don't have to be a part. They burnt the gumbo twice. 2 times. 2 pans of burn. You don't have the real Thanksgiving feels until you burnt a dish. And we didn't, but they burnt 2 pots of gumbo. So we didn't get the yearly gumbo in this year, but everything else was delicious. And we packed down, me and Braxton was like, we're gonna leave with all the food we can. We had plenty enough food for the weekend. Thanksgiving was Thursday. Friday we just relaxed at home. We got ready because we were going to do a yard sale Saturday and Sunday. Couldn't do a yard sale on Sunday because it rained all Sunday, but we did one on Saturday and we did really good. I was impressed. We had a lot of people show up. We sold a lot of stuff and it gave us a good feel for doing more yard sales in the future. I mean, they're fun. I love them. Just sitting out there, like, going through stuff, selling stuff, talking to people. It's kind of just like my thing. I think I've always just loved selling things, especially in like that setting, like yard sale, like anything you have out there, or like a flea market or something, just selling stuff. I love it. So we had the yard sale. I thought I was getting sick at the beginning of the week. Turned out I wasn't sick, thank God. I don't know, I guess it was just like a fluke, like allergies, the cold weather, everything just affected me at once. And then my body got better within like a day or two, so that's really good. And then I wanted to do the Christmas countdown with none other than Elf on the Shelf. Hey guys, I'm here today. He's here. His hat has popped off of him like usual. My little elf on the shelf. How precious. He is so cute and I love him so much. And he's watching all you guys during this holiday season to see if you've been naughty or nice. That's what the elf on the shelf does. He sits here and he says, ooh, little Susie's been bad this year. I saw she was naughty. She told a lie to her mother. She actually did eat the candy her mom told her not to eat. Yeah, Elf on the Shelf is a big tattletale for all the children, but he loves to keep a little secret for the adults. The secret is Santa Claus is not real. He keeps it hidden from the children. And it's the secret that all the adults don't want the children to know. Oh my gosh, I can have so much fun with him all the time. I love doing video footage of him. And today is, I think, isn't it the 1st of December? I think it is. Let me check. I think it is. How many days until Christmas? 24 days till Christmas. So yes, it is December 1st. And Elfie is all ready for his holiday debut. Oh, and his hat is popped already off. But let's do the Christmas countdown, he says. Where's his hat? Oh, there's his little hat. Okay, so when we did the Christmas countdown last week, we were at 32 days. And I actually said on the podcast, I thought, oh, are these numbers mixed up for you guys? But when I look back at it, they are not. The actual footage looks like 32. So, sorry about that. But we are not at 32 days anymore. It's the 1st of December, so we are at 24 days. So let's change this up, you guys. And let's hope there's a 4. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, 4, 2, 24 days, you guys. Next week, we will be in the teens. In the teens, and we'll have Christmas on our way. We're right around the corner. Right around the corner. I need to have, like, something to set this on. But, hey, everybody knows 24 days till Christmas. And Elf on the Shelf loves it. Loves it when we do the Christmas countdown. And he just told me he has something to tell you guys, but he's really nervous. So, let's see what he has to say. What is it? Oh, I can't hardly hear him. He's whispering so low. Elfie, we can't talk about that. Oh my. He says that he thinks he has to go to the bathroom, but he's never gone to the bathroom before in his whole life. Elf on the Shelf, let me tell you something, Mr. Elfie. You cannot eat, so you cannot go to the restroom. Sorry. He said he just wanted to have a bathroom experience. He's never had one. We'll give you a bathroom experience this season, I promise. We'll try to let you feel what it feels like to sit on a toilet. I don't know. I come up with this stuff right off the top of my head. Oh, Elfie, do you want to go cuddle with me in bed and watch a movie, a little Christmas movie later? Oh, and his hat popped off again. All right, Elf. We love you. I love him so much. I'm a little kid in a little candy store when it comes to my little Elf on a Shelf. Let's get into the main topic for the week. The main topic for the week this week, you guys, is holiday traditions and just seasonal traditions. I will tell you guys a lot of my traditions for Thanksgiving and the holiday season, and then some of them that I had when I was a child or in my childhood that my dad kind of created for us and that were kind of traditional for us. And then we're going to also look up some holiday seasonal traditions that other people do, you know, that I don't do. So let's look that up first. Holiday traditions or seasonal traditions that everybody or that some people do. Ooh, they have holiday traditions around the world? Holiday traditions in Mexico? No. Let's just do holiday traditions in general. I do know a lot of people, it's not very Christmassy, but every season do like holiday cleaning, or like not holiday, seasonal cleaning, like spring cleaning, fall cleaning, winter cleaning, I don't know. But it seems like every season for me, definitely in the spring I clean hardcore, like to begin the summer, and I always feel like after the winter you're like all stuffed up in your house, your home, your room, whatever, and you need to like clean the whole place, like deep clean. But also it seems like in the after the summer of just like having fun, going to the beach, sand everywhere, being outside, mud inside, like mud on your feet, bringing it in, fishing, all the things that, yeah, you want it to be cozy for the winter, so you want to do a deep clean then too. So I kind of do like 2 seasonal deep cleans in the spring and the fall. And then always before my Christmas tree, before I put up my Christmas tree every year, I do like another like deep clean in the living room at least to just feel, you know, cozy, warm, good vibes, clean vibes, Like all the vibes. I need to have all the vibes in good vibing order. Let's see what other people's traditions are. Of course, gingerbread houses. And that is a tradition of mine too. I try to do a gingerbread house every year. And I've learned that I love the ones with a fondant. I do not like the ones... I mean, I like the ones with icing too. But I like it with fondant and icing because the icing gets messy sometimes. And the fondant, you can just roll it out and put it on the gingerbread house. And it's wonderful. And I actually wanted to do a gingerbread house on the podcast. Maybe we can get it. Or maybe we can do it. We'll see what happens. But I want to do that. And I actually have kind of an idea for a gingerbread house that's not traditional Christmas vibes. I saw one, they said, why not just make your gingerbread house look like a crack house or something? Or a house from the hood. With like, you know, get like... what is it? Like that spray painted writing on it, graffiti, and like maybe like a little thing by the front door that has cigarette butts all in it and stuff like that. And it's not painted properly or anything. Maybe the side of it looks like the walls caving in or there was a fire or something. I might do that because it would be super funny and it would be an awesome TikTok video, reel, short, even a long video for YouTube. I think people would enjoy that. So another Christmas tradition is sending out Christmas cards, which my grandmother does every year, of course, but I'm not big on sending out Christmas cards, even though I have so many. I collect them. Well, I collect all the ones people give me, and then I collect them to send out to people, and I never do. I think the past few years I have sent Christmas cards to my grandparents. I'm just not really good at it. I really would prefer if we just did one with a picture of us or something, like me and Braxton, or me and Braxton and the dogs, or me and my sisters, or whatever. I can never get on top of that. Maybe one day I'll be that together of a Christmas type of person. But at this point, I'm not. Another tradition is Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, which is for other religions. Christmas Eve, of course, there's traditions like setting out cookies for Santa. Not me. I've never done that. Not going to do it. And then Christmas Eve for us, me and my family when I was a young girl, or a child, a teenager, part of my family as a child and a teenager. Christmas Eve was my dad's birthday. So it was just special. It was my dad's birthday, Christmas Eve, Christmas the next day. It probably wasn't so great for Dad because nobody wants to have their birthday the day before you get all the gifts in the world anyways. So he said that on Christmas Eve he would open something for his birthday. And usually they would be like giving him a pair of shoes and they give him like one shoe for Christmas Eve, one shoe in the morning, or a pair of socks. He got one of the socks the night before the other one. And he lived back in the day where they didn't have tons of money for Christmas gifts and they didn't have electronics, so he didn't get the best stuff. So it just kind of literally was probably a bummer for him. I would hate to have my birthday near Christmas. I would hate that, but it was traditional for us because it was our dad's birthday and that was pretty special. For us, our holiday traditions, my dad's birthday was Christmas Eve. On Thanksgiving every year, me and my dad saw a video or saw Paula Deen cook on TV one time a turducken, which it was a turkey, chicken, and a duck all shoved in together for Thanksgiving dinner. And me and my dad, after we saw that, we tried to do it almost every single year. And we failed miserably. One year we failed so bad. We got such a huge, I don't even know how this happened, but we had such a huge turkey, chicken, and duck. They didn't all fit together, so we had to cook them all separately. But by the time we put them all together, we didn't have a big enough pan, and we were calling Walmart. This was when Walmart, was open 24/7. Even Thanksgiving, I don't think they closed And so we were calling them late at night, like maybe 11 o'clock the night before Thanksgiving, saying, do you have a pan that's 25 inches by, I mean, it was extreme, like 50 inches by this, and they didn't. And so my dad called his friend. He came over with his welder to try to weld pans together. I don't even know if they got the pans together. They tried to put it in the oven and found out it was too big for the oven. It wouldn't even fit in the oven. I was devastated because I was always the one that wanted to cook Thanksgiving and make it so special. So I knew everything was ruined and I couldn't stay up any later. I was so tired. And Dad had a fire going out back for his friends and stuff for Thanksgiving, like the night before Thanksgiving, like celebrating. And so he went and he wrapped the whole thing in foil and threw it in the fire. And the next morning I wake up, I'm like, Dad, he's like passed out. Everybody's passed out because we stayed up so late. And I'm like, my Thanksgiving is ruined. my turducken is in the fire. And so Dad was like, you're gonna have to go check if it's in the fire. And he's like half passed out. I'm like, I can't even get it out of the fire. I can't even get my turducken out of the fire. And so I left it out there. He had it just thrown in, wrapped in foil. So I think I waited a few hours. I tried to cook whatever other little sides I could. And Dad got it out of the fire. And it was not cooked all the way through. It was a disaster. And we had no turkey, chicken, or duck that year. And I think that was getting close to our give up point because we did not want to have to do that or deal with that again. So my dad really didn't want us to like have traditional Christmas gifts. He thought whatever money we had for the season, for the Christmas time, we should use to go on a vacation. And when we were younger, we didn't agree completely to that. We really wanted gifts. But now that I look back as an older person, an adult, I think I would have never wanted to have Christmas gifts over the memories that we had going on trips. So my grandparents lived in Tennessee, and to cut costs, he would drive us to the grandparents for most of the Christmas, probably like a week, because I think we got 2 weeks off for the holidays from school. And so for like 1 week, we were up there with my grandparents, any family members, and they lived in they lived in Sevierville, Tennessee, and that's like right beside Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. We were there every single day. One of my most magical moments, I think it was Christmas Eve. We were in Gatlinburg, and there's like one little area that's like a village. They call it, I can't remember what they call it, but it is something village. And it's like old-fashioned little shops and stuff. I really love it. But there's this one area that has this beautiful red brick wall. And me and my dad were sitting there, and we were touching the brick wall. Dad was like, love, look at this. Isn't this so beautiful? We were touching it, me and my sisters and my dad. And as soon as we started touching it, it started snowing. And I've never really seen like thick, huge globs of snow. Even at that point, it wasn't like a blizzard or anything, but it was just light snow, and it didn't even cover the streets, but it was just so magical. And I will never ever forget that. That was one of my best moments, like holiday moments ever. It was so just like the holidays. So we would do that, and then we'd also go to Dollywood because my grandmother and my aunt that lives up there had connections with free Dollywood tickets, so we would always go to Dollywood. Well, that's Dolly Parton's like amusement park. It's super fun. We loved that. And it was always super cold, but it was just the Christmas vibes, Cold was nice. And then after the week with our grandparents, we would even stay in the house with them. Like, we would stay with them the whole time. Dad would try to get just enough money together for us to go to Opryland and stay in Opryland. It's Gaylord Opryland in Nashville, Tennessee. I will post up some pictures because it's just gorgeous, phenomenal. Best memories of my life. Whenever you go there during the holiday season, it is just incredible. The lights, the vibes, the feeling. There's this entertainer that comes out called Eve, and she literally looks like a vine, and she's painted like a vine, and she's got these huge long arms that are like vines. It's like a hotel that all on the inside. You don't ever have to go outside to do anything. You can eat inside. You can go to swimming pools. There's so much stuff to do. There's restaurants. There's these huge atriums with all this beautiful plants and lights, and you can see Santa and all the things. It's just the most magical. Opryland's like the biggest memory of my life. Going there it was very traditional for us when we started having Christmases. Because as I've said before, we didn't really start having Christmases till we moved to Lower Alabama, the Gulf Coast. My mom and dad split up, divorced, and my mom really wanted us to be traditional and celebrate like regular families since we were in school and stuff, and she wanted us to kind of have regular lives. So when we started doing that, we would go up to Opryland, and it was just awesome. I loved it. I even remember there was a room, and this is like the beginning of computers, oh, they're so cool. And they had their own little room of computers for guests. And me and Grace would be up in that room going on MySpace, looking up stuff, trying to talk to people. It was definitely a great memory. And then there was a whole area of just ballrooms, like hundreds of ballrooms, like in a building that has like, it would be a ballroom every single floor for 10 or 15 floors, and maybe 5 ballrooms on each level. So me and Grace would go to each ballroom. We'd be scavenging the place. Some of them would be dark. We'd be scared. We'd be like, oh, it's dark. And then some of the ballrooms would be set up like ready for an event, and they'd have maybe some candies and stuff on the tables. We'd go in there and get the candies, or they'd have coffee set up. We'd get some free coffee. It was definitely memories that I don't even know. And then another memory about that is they only let a certain amount of people stay in one room, and the rooms were expensive. They're very expensive now. Back then it was expensive for my dad. He could only afford one room, but the fire code was like, oh, you could only have 4 or 5 people in a room. But we had 6 people, 5 girls and my dad, so 6. And so the main memory was we were at my grandparents'. We were going to go to Opryland the next morning, and my dad was like, okay, we've got to practice. Who will be able to fit in a suitcase? So we chose the littlest one. Sometimes Olive would work, or Grace, or Goldie, but I think it was Goldie mainly, that we would shove into the biggest suitcase we could possibly shove her in and zip her up. And we would pull her through Opryland to the hotel room, so they would never be able to, like, the lobby wouldn't see that we had 6 people. They would think we only had 5. And this was legitimately, like, for real happened. Not lying about it at all. We practiced to see who could fit, who was the best, who was the most quiet. It was unreal what we did to be able to stay in Opryland, but we beg Dad every year. We want to go if we have to go anywhere, we're going to Opryland. We want to go. A lot of times when we would go up there, we would also go to Rock City, see Rock City. I loved Rock City. I can't wait to take Braxton. I think this summer we're going to go to Rock City together, and I can't wait. That's another extreme memory in my mind. And a lot of times we didn't go there during the holidays, but we went there, definitely some holidays we did, and we went there almost every time we went up to North Alabama. Anyway, we actually, before we moved to Lower Alabama, at the beach, we lived right there near Rock City, so we were always, and at Rock City you can see 7 states: Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, I think North Carolina. You can see 7 states at one point. So that was pretty cool. A lot of times when we would go to Tennessee, a tradition for Dad was to go to Graceland, where Elvis lived, and every time that we went to Graceland, we would go in and we'd do the tour, and you have to wear these little headphones. Back in the day, they wouldn't even let you take pictures in there because you had to have the flash, and they wouldn't let you have a flash on your camera because it could hurt the furniture or something like that. So we couldn't take photos, but I think nowadays you can because your phones don't have to have the flash on. They would give us these little headphones with a little CD player, and we would walk through, and the actual little CD would be giving us the tour of Elvis's house. And if you have never been to Elvis's house, I highly recommend it. Historical like nobody's business, super magical, beautiful, huge place. The stories are amazing, but also for me, my dad loved Elvis so much, and he also didn't believe he died when he died. I do think that my dad, by the time he was older, realized that Elvis had probably died since, but he didn't think that he died when he actually died. He thought he faked his death. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother podcast. I could talk about Elvis all day. I love Elvis, just like my dad. I always just had this like really like melancholy, almost like depressive, sad feeling. Not really, well, being there kind of, but when leaving there, it really hit me hard. It would make me real sad because I just think of, whatever happened to Elvis, like, this was his home, and people walked through it and remember him, and he could have lived longer. If he did die then, he could have lived so much longer. His wife could have not left him. I feel sad about his daughter, never really having the experience of being with her father so long. And I totally really understand because our dad died when he was younger, and I was a young woman, but still, for my other sisters, they were still teenagers. So it's probably very, very hard to lose a father when you're a child. That would just be devastating. Yeah, it just gives me that melancholy feeling. It's just so sad, kind of. It's just really sad that he died. But everybody dies. But it's totally worth going. It's definitely worth going. I would never say no to going. I would love to go back. The last time I was at Graceland, and the last time I was at Opryland, and the last time I was in Gatlinburg was with my dad. And my dad died in 2018, so it's been like it's been over 5 years, going on 6 years. The last time we were up there, I would say 15 years ago. So I haven't even been in 15 years, and I can't wait because me and Braxton are really planning. Our new tradition is we want to start on Christmas every year, take a week off, and go on vacation. Like, just forget about Christmas gifts, all this stuff, families, everything. Just go experience life, live, go experience the world, go travel, go do things, go see things we've never seen. So I like go to the Macy's Day Parade. We might do that one Thanksgiving. But we really do want to start traveling more. And that's really, we want to pick up the tradition that my dad, he always traveled with us. We want to pick it up. So maybe we'll get to pick that up and start doing that, because we've really gotten in our minds like that's what we want to do. We want to just start really enjoying each other, bonding. We don't know if we'll ever have kids or not, but we want to just enjoy our life as much as possible and see things we've never seen, do things we've never done, and just be together. Like, me and Braxton really, really love each other. We really are connected. We're really bonded. And our life could only be better if we experience more things together. And so we're going to do it. We're going to work our butts off to really start traveling a lot more and start doing a lot more stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of traditions that people have. I would love it if you guys commented below what your family traditions are during the Christmas season. Do you do a gingerbread house? Do you set out little cookies and milk for Santa? Do you guys make cookies? Do you bake cakes? Do you make some kind of special foods? Do you decorate a certain way? Or Go caroling. I don't know. There's like tons of traditional things that people do. And I'm interested to know. I mean, especially if it's something that's not traditional regularly, like things that people, like gingerbread houses and stuff. People do that a lot. But I want to know if you guys have some kind of like different stuff that people don't usually do. Little traditions. Put on a Christmas play with your family. Something like that. Like, I'm super interested. Comment below. Let us know your Christmas traditions. And let us wrap this baby up and get into the wrap up. For the wrap up this week, I have 2 little thoughts, and then I'm going to read some comments. Okay, this is a weird thought. I didn't think of it, but I was listening to a podcast I listen to all the time the other day, and it has Libby Higgins in it. And she said that when she cuts her fingernails, she hates it when she'll cut it and then there'll be another fingernail underneath it growing. And like a second fingernail under your fingernail. And when she said that, I thought, is that real life? Like, for real? Do people cut their fingernails and have little fingernails underneath them? And then I thought maybe she's not like realizing, but it's not another fingernail. Maybe it's like the fingernail has splintered or something and came apart. But she was on the podcast saying, no, this is a whole nother fingernail under there. So I really would like it. I'm very curious. If anybody has a fingernail that is growing underneath your fingernail, which is the funniest thing ever and weirdest thought in the world, if it's happened to you, I need to know about it. And I need to know what you do about it. And does it hurt? And is it thick? Is it thin? I'm kind of confused. If anybody has that happening, please comment below and let us know. I want to hear all about it. Another thing is, I will put the link in the description below. Last week, I forgot to put the link of a video I was talking about in the podcast in my description below. So I'm going to put it in that last podcast episode. And then this week, I have a link for this new video that I just posted, I think 2 days ago or yesterday, I can't remember. It's a video of us practically burning our whole backyard down. We tried to burn the doghouse and Braxton turned it into an epic event. So I will put the link in the description below. Go watch that video. Y'all will love it. I think it's really, it's just funny. It's only like 5 minutes or so. You'll enjoy it. Another thing that I was thinking about was, why in the world do cities not thoroughly tell the people before a holiday when trash pickup is supposed to be? Because our trash pickup is usually on Thursday. And last week for Thanksgiving's always on Thursday. And we didn't think anything of it. Everybody would put out their trash. I don't even know if they put it out on Thanksgiving. I don't think we did. We knew that they wouldn't come through. But the very next day we put it out. And usually, even the neighbors were like, usually, they'll pick it up the day after a holiday because everybody's got trash, food, and the garbage, all this stuff. So we put it out on Friday, and then I looked it up because it was like lunchtime and they had not came yet. And our garbage was full because we had a yard sale. So we threw away a ton of stuff we didn't need. We had Thanksgiving food. We had went through our shed the week prior. It was just like garbage like nobody's business. We had so much garbage. We were having to fill our recycling bin up with garbage just to hold it there for the moment. And so I was like, Braxton, I'm looking this up. I looked it up. And they said, oh no, you were supposed to put out any garbage on the 21st, which would have been Tuesday instead of Thursday. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, we're going to have garbage forever. And everybody on our street did not know. They had their garbage out piled up like crazy. So everybody had Thanksgiving food and grossness, holiday stuff in the garbage for over a week. or maybe 2 weeks. I mean, it was like the week before and then this week. So it was like 2 weeks worth of garbage. And the city did not announce it good enough. And Braxton was right. They should have put it up on the signs because they've done that before. And people drive around town and there's signs up saying garbage this day or whatever. And I was like, this is crazy. So now I'm promoting this. I am telling people. I am spreading the news. Please, please, please check your city's trash services a week or so prior to the holidays at all times so you can know when to get your garbage out so you don't have holiday gross garbage sitting for like a week or more not being tended to, because we had an issue. Braxton had to take garbage off, like to his work to throw away in garbage dumpsters. We had the recycling bin filled up. As soon as the garbage finally came this week, he had to unload the recycling out of that. It was just like, oh my gosh, it was a crazy experience. So we definitely are going to check every time before the holidays when the garbage is going to come. And we're going to be on top of it. And we're going to make sure our neighbors know too. So everybody can stay clean and sanitary and, get their garbage out of here. All right, let's read some comments and let's get out of here. Okay, I have some great comments this week. Let's see here. I posted a video actually this morning of my mom's dog, her little Chihuahua, teacup Chihuahua. And he was in a little jacket. It was so cute, you guys. It was just a little 24-second short reel TikTok. This guy said, it's the same size. He says it's the same size as my missing dog Taco. And I said, I'm so sorry your dog's missing. I really think that's so sad. I can't even believe. That's sad. Okay, so the person that wants me to post destroying bear videos or burning bear videos is complaining. They're like, well, when are you going to do a big stuffed animal and destroy it? I will as soon as I possibly can, I promise. I don't want to go pay like $30 for a huge stuffed animal just to destroy it. Like, I can't get in my mind if I can like legitimately do that. So I got to come up upon a stuffed animal for free because I'm not going to go buy a $30 bear to destroy it. I want to do it, but I'm not going to do it because that's not thoughtful. You can't spend $30 to just go destroy something like in this economy. Are you kidding me? So I'm trying to get to there, but I'm sorry. I'll get to there when I can. And then I posted the video that I was talking about earlier about us burning our backyard up. Really, we were burning the doghouse. And this person said, that's really dangerous. Make sure to have sand buckets of water and several fire extinguishers nearby if you want to do that. We used a fire extinguisher to put it out. We had the hose on standby. We knew what was going on. We were fine. But thank you for that. We're grateful for everybody trying to be sweet and nice and let us know what's going on. Those are some comments for the week. I hope you guys loved them. Let me get us out of here, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I hope your holiday season is going great. We love you guys. We're so happy that you're watching. And I just love y'all. And I love it when you like. I love it when you comment. I love it when you subscribe. I love y'all's comments. I love reading them on the podcast. We have 24 days till Christmas. So you got 24 days to like and subscribe. No, I'm joking. You have all year to do that. But if you're watching, please subscribe to us. We love you guys. And little Elfie loves you guys too. And he says, love you guys. I'm watching you in your sleep. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. Have a great week. And subscribe. See y'all next week. Bye. Bye, you guys. See you next week on What's Up with Whatty. What's Up with Whatty? See you next week. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, you guys. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.
fire.